Get in, lads. We're back with not episode 17, actually. This is episode 1 of season 2. Because over the last week, we haven't recorded since, but over the last week we passed our 1-year anniversary of uploading. At the time, we were the For the Badge podcast. We're starting the second year as the Get In Football podcast for numerous reasons, but that's all in the past now. So we're here with episode 1 for season 2. Well, we're partially here. Diego's struggling. His Wi-Fi is not doing too hot. So Diego,
his Wi-Fi is hot.
We'll get Diego's input in there when we can. We'll see what's happening. But,
we'll make it work. We'll make it work post-production.
I'm grateful he's here.
I'm here.
Exactly. We can't wait for the last-minute decisions he makes in our topic conversations. We always look forward to it.
Indeed.
We might not be able to hear him this time, but, we look forward to it in the post-production.
You'll hear me, for sure. I'll make sure of it.
So, whether we want to or not, we have Jadon Sancho news today, which means Manchester United. We have transfer window summaries and reviews, who we think did the best. We have another overreaction corner segment, episode 2. So I won't say the topic for that yet until we do it. And some other stuff we hear at the time. We'll see. Diego's on a time crunch here. I can't see Diego anymore. But
I can. He's still good.
Okay,
He's still good
okay.
for me.
We'll get through it. Okay, so let's get to the football before worrying about Diego's crappy internet. I want to start with Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, a whole slew of news coming out of Manchester United sources this past week, including the manager and the player themselves. Apparently, he was excluded from training or from the matchday squad or something by Erik ten Hag because of his quote unquote performance and attitude in training. That led to Jadon Sancho then posting his comments, saying that he's been doing as good as he can be. He hasn't had any real issues.
It's not you this time, Diego.
Oh man,
you cut out this time.
Yeah.
The table's turned.
Yeah. It's okay. Again, it'll record on my end, so it's fine.
It's just funny.
It'll be fine.
It's all.
Yeah, posted his response, which have since been deleted according to Fabrizio Romano. But apparently he wasn't doing too hot in training. He says the opposite, and it's a whole slew of information. I'm going to expand this to a bigger thing. This is a problem in itself, but I think this is a really clear reflection on Manchester United as a whole at the moment and over the past. I feel like there's always some dispute. There's always something going on with Manchester United. Greenwood, Antony, Pogba, Jadon Sancho,
Ronaldo.
And that's just Ronaldo. And that's just in the past 4 years. But this seems like part of the culture right now at Manchester United, even under Erik ten Hag. What do we think? What is your guys' initial reaction to what's going on with Jadon?
Let's get Diego's opinion first, so we don't lose him. So let's go with Diego. Diego, what do you think?
My thoughts on Jadon Sancho?
Yes. No. Your cookie recipe. Yes, you're.
Jadon Sancho. Well, I mean, we know that Ten Hag has tried a lot of different things with him to get him to work for United, and
yeah.
I think at a certain point, you got don't get me wrong. Of course, people have mental health issues and deal with things on personal life, but at a certain point, you kind of gotta at least start, showing up a little bit, doing your thing. And I know Ten Hag kind of scapegoated him for one of the games, and Sancho didn't like that, and he kind of spoke out about it, which isn't the greatest way to go about it, especially on his social media. But I know he went and did that. But if I'm being real with you, it's been almost 2 years. At a certain point, it's no longer just maybe Sancho just doesn't work well with the system. Maybe he's not meshing with manager, but with how much money they bought him for, he's the kind of player you expect to at least be able to do stuff. So I don't know, man. I kind of don't get me wrong. Ten Hag isn't going about this the right way, but I don't have a lot of support for Sancho right now.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna take a psychological approach as a psychology major. Let's do a throwback to when he was struggling with mental health issues and he had to step away from the team. Maybe it's come back. his mental health issues, and maybe he needs to take another step away from the team, and he's maybe not willing to acknowledge the fact that he's having these issues that are out of his control, in the sense that like he thinks he's doing good, but in reality he's not. And that's like could be a potential mental health issue that he is. He never said what type of mental health issue he had. I'm guessing like probably anxiety and depression, because that's common amongst footballers. Especially with all the pressure they have, especially Jadon Sancho with the move to Manchester United and then flopping, and then the hate he got for it. But yeah, I feel like he might. It's something that's out of his control, where he thinks he's doing well, but in reality he's not. But also, I feel like slowing the manager on social media for saying that it's not for his practice performances, even though there's been several sources saying that he hasn't been doing well in training at all. And so he has to take some accountability. But at the same time, if it's mental health issues, you just got to step away and take care of himself first and focus on himself and then come back. But I feel like personally, Ben Foster also said that in the Alex Ferguson days, if Sancho did that during that time, he would never see the pitch again. And so so I feel like for any type of player that did that would never see the pitch again. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised in the December he gets sold or loan listed or maybe terminated at this point. But to answer your question, Elijah, in the beginning of what's up with United, I think it's just a lack of stability and leadership in the whole club, the structure itself, because they just keep making these signings that aren't working, and they have no plan. It looks like they're just trying to fill in these gaps with big players. There's no plan to anything that they do, and it's just not working. And that's what happens when you have a bunch of big characters on the team. It just slowly cracks start to form. And it slowly started forming. Like, it was fine, like 2015, 2016, 2017, it was fine. And then from 2017 on, the cracks have been showing, and more so in recent time, like in the 2020s, it's shown a lot, these cracks. But I feel bad for Sancho in the sense that like it's gone so downhill from his career from when he played for Dortmund. It was supposed to be this big move for him, but now it's collapsed basically. So yeah, feel bad for him, but also I mean he's got to take accountability for what he's said and not taking it the best way. And then Eric Ten Hag, I don't know if it's true, but I feel like blasting your player like that isn't the greatest thing to do ever for the locker room. But we'll see what happens. I'm sure there's more information. I'm sure later on we'll get some player reactions of like a leaked source from a player says this about Sancho or Eric Ten Hag, something like that. But yeah, but brutal. But I agree with Diego. Can't really sympathize with Sancho for doing what he did.
Yeah. So I'll speak on Jadon Sancho first before I speak on United. Jadon Sancho, like, it sucks because I love him as a baller. He could have been really good. He was really good at Dortmund. I think most of the world backed him the first time he had his mental health issues at the club and took time away, because it was a very like noble thing to do in your position, to step away on such a public level and like not just like ignore it. But that was a long time ago now, and I'm sure I hope his mental health got better, and if it didn't, that's a shame, of course. And I hope he does take time away from football, but at the same time, I think it's time for United to take time away, to like get away from him. He just like, like there's only so much of that of him you could take, at the club, which sucks. But he's just like not doing anything. Like that's a spot that could be taken up by someone else, at the club, which is unfortunate because like. If it is all down to mental health, which I don't think it is, and I'll get to that in a sec. If it is all down to mental health, then it is unfortunate that I feel there should be a split. But that's just like at this point nature of the beast. Especially if you're a big club like United, like you gave him the opportunity to do what he needed to do, and even after a second chance, after he wasn't able to do anything, then like as a business model, you got to move on. So unfortunate for Jadon Sancho, but I think he could go somewhere and still be pretty successful. Like he can go back to the Bundesliga for someone like a Wolfsburg or something like that, or a Serie A club and still do fine, and turn it around. But not at United. As for United though, like they're just a mess. It's just bad decisions after bad decisions. And it's always with wingers too. But like you said, like they just be buying people. They have the worst talent profile in my opinion. And like the people that actually would help, they never are able to actually get. So like they've lost their pull in that sense, and then they settle for like they've made good signings for sure. It's just they could do a lot more.
Right.
Harry Maguire never really
Jordan
turned out
Ayew is better than Antony.
to be his price tag. Casemiro, great, but I think he's lost a lot from since he came to now, and it's only going to get worse.
This season, it's showing a lot more.
It's showing a little bit more. Antony has been,
well, he's not even part of the squad at the moment. That's a whole different issue.
That's a whole different thing. That's not concerning football as much. But even like when he does get to play, he doesn't really do much.
His highlight was doing keepy ups when they were thrashing that one. I forgot what team. That was his highlight of his whole Manchester career.
He's the fidget spinner. Rashford good. If you want to go back to Martial, like it's just they have the worst talent profile in my opinion, and that just leads to a lot of bad things. If you don't have a team that can mesh well, if you don't have players that know their part, it's just never going to work. But as for United and how they're treating Jadon Sancho, I think it is very harsh. I get having to move on, just not doing it in this way. Like Ten Hag publicly using Jadon Sancho as a scapegoat for a lot of their struggles, and what's going on behind the club is wrong. Apparently, according to Mailsport, like they weren't clear to go public over his mental health. This time, he didn't give them permission to do that, and Ten Hag used it in a press conference, like, his mental health. I mean, if you're going through something, you don't want someone else to be talking about you in that way, especially to millions of people around the world. So it's just weird like that. Like I think Ten Hag is a very weird person. I'm not the biggest supporter of his football managing ability. I'm sure he's great, but if you really look into it, he's not the greatest, as many United people will say. But he's just like he wanted Mason Greenwood back. He backed like Quincy Promes after the whole stabbing incident. It's just weird. Like they're publicly running a campaign against Jadon Sancho while also trying to protect Mason Greenwood and Antony. Which is like
Antony,
interesting.
I'll give a bit of leeway.
Antony,
but...
yeah, because we don't know. Damn.
Interesting.
Diego, you got to switch your mic, I think, because your mic's he muted. Okay, there we go.
Okay, now it's recording.
Oh damn.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Oh well. But like Antony, yeah, but in the event that Antony is guilty, like none of us know, and neither do they. I get the whole innocent until proven guilty, but
just continue.
Is that better?
He just like
there you go.
I mean, I guess.
Well, he got closer. Now it sounds fun.
Every
Don't
time
worry
you touch
about
it, every time you touch it, it's just like you're shitting.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. But if I don't touch it,
that's better. I appreciate it. Yeah,
that's fine. I mean, it sounds good. It sounds like you're speaking in like a headset, but it's fine. I'm fine with it. It's our first episode.
Is it better in or out?
Shite Wi-Fi.
Put it away just a little bit.
Put it away a little bit. A little bit.
Like that?
Just take it away from the mouth.
You don't want to ear rape our viewers.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's fine. That works.
That works.
Okay.
That works.
Anyway. Greenwood, we know is guilty legally. We've had that whole video already. We don't need to go over that again. We can.
I think we should revisit that actually.
Which we will later
for us.
Which we will later at some point. But we know Greenwood's a bad person. But it's just like why is Jadon Sancho taking all the hit for this from something that involves his mental health? Just silently part ways. Let him do what he needs to do. Let you guys do what you need to do. We don't need this whole public smear campaign, is what I would say. I think that's just it. I think United are very icky for doing what they're doing, in my opinion, for making Jadon Sancho this public scapegoat. When if you're going through a mental health crisis, you don't want people to know. That's like it's not their business.
It's a private thing. You're a professional footballer. But at the end of the day,
it's a private matter.
You want to keep your professional life and your personal life separate, and in this case, he's not playing well on the pitch. That's fine, whatever. But there's a reason behind it. Personal life, they just want to talk about, and that's perfectly fine. But also, I feel like it doesn't help Manchester United that their squad depth is so low that they didn't bring in enough transfers into from this window. And I feel like their squad depth is going to hurt now after this Jadon Sancho incident, and I feel like this is a great segue to our next topic.
Yep, there it is. I
there we go.
Going there.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. And let's talk about who had the best transfer window in the Premier League or in the world. We can use everyone in the Europe.
Yeah.
MLS maybe. Who knows?
Ooh.
I'm
Ooh.
not gonna say anything, but it could be a shout. But let's start in the Prem. Let's start in the Prem. Who had the best transfer window in the Prem? Let's start with Diego before we lose him again. Here we go.
No, you guys go ahead. You guys go ahead. You guys.
He's got to.
You guys
He's
go
got to
ahead.
do his research. He's got to do his
You guys-
He
research.
has to do his
ahead.
research or listen to what we're saying,
No,
and
no,
then he's gonna be like, you know, like in high school, you have like Socratic seminars. So backpacking it off what he said. Yeah, I agree completely.
No. Not at all. No,
Oh,
please
yeah, I
take
get-
over.
Yeah.
When your teachers say,
Yeah,
do you
I already
reply
know.
to a
I just want you
discussion
guys to,
post?
like-
Discussion posts. Okay,
You guys
I
take
to
over.
completely agree.
I'll start. For Prem wise, I'm gonna go Liverpool. Liverpool's my pick. I think I was when we did our when
He's
we
on his
did our
phone.
our mid-table, or sorry, our table predictions. I shitted on Liverpool a lot for the did. Hindsight though, afterwards they brought in a lot of good players. They have a really strong team. Szoboszlai, in my opinion, should have been picked up by a big team way sooner than he did. Fantastic McAllister, very good. I think Liverpool definitely missed out on a lot of players. Like, I mean, it's just a meme now that they were
The
like,
list
so
goes
close.
on.
They were so close to signing someone, and then like Chelsea came in or something, whatever.
Caicedo.
Yeah. And Enzo and Jude Bellingham.
Yep.
But I think Liverpool had a quiet but solid transfer window in the places
Agreed.
they needed to upgrade in to put them back in top 3 contention. Last year, they struggled. They definitely struggled. But because of a lot of common common complaints about the team and the depth that they got. But I think they upgraded really well. So that's my vote. Andres, if you could please.
Okay, so like I know it's gonna be really biased if I say this, so I have a backup just
Oh
in
my
case.
god.
But no, like genuinely, like hear me out when I say this, all right? So I'm gonna say West Ham. I know it's gonna be extremely biased. I'm about to get like 2 eye rolls right now.
If I said Chelsea.
Yeah. If you said Chelsea, but your team's shit right now. You'd be just wrong in general because your team's shit right now.
We're 4 games in, guys. We're 4 games in. Okay,
No, I said right
anyway.
now. I said right now. Okay.
Winners.
I said right now.
Sorry.
Team shit.
I'm
They're not. They haven't done anything yet. But I'm just saying, like with the players we brought in with Edson Alvarez, I mean, he looks so good. I thought he was gonna be shit, but like honestly, looks good. I will put my hand on my heart and say that I thought he was gonna do bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I thought he was gonna fall. I thought he was gonna.
That's kind of surprising. Like I love that
so bad.
The whole time I thought he was gonna, because Chelsea almost had him over last winter, and I wish we did.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I just felt like he wasn't good enough and he was too slow on the ball. But he's proven me completely wrong. Why am I blanking on our signings? That's crazy right now. Kudus. I haven't seen enough of him, but he's looked really good for Ghana when he's been away, and I'm looking forward to him. Unfortunately, we only saw 5 minutes of him against Luton Town, so that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, I think who else do we sign? Why am I blanking?
What a transfer window, huh?
Dude.
Did you sign anyone else?
Did I sign? Did we?
I don't think you did.
Oh, James Ward-Prowse. Top class player.
Yeah. I was gonna say this is a midfielder.
I don't know why I was blanking. And then we got Dino from Greece, who scored 2 amazing goals for Greece.
Dino's pretty good.
He looks very good so far. I mean, there's these players. Maybe Jesse Lingard too could be considered a transfer signing if we do sign him. I know the deadline was today, but apparently we fall under the certain thing that allows us to sign players later on. But anyways, overall, I think we have a very good team, especially with Declan Rice. I feel like a lot of people, myself, thought we were going to collapse because I felt like we had lost a massive player, obviously, because Declan Rice is a massive player for anybody. But I felt like we were going to collapse in the midfield. But I got to say, Thomas Suchek stepped up. Edson Alvarez fits perfectly. James Ward-Prowse fits in perfectly. And they all bring different dynamics to the midfield, and they all play off each other really well. And Declan Rice only played one thing. And I thought the board did a great job moving around the money and making sure they got the right players. So yeah, I'm gonna put West Ham, but I wanted to do a special mention to Spurs. Spurs surprised me a bit. I'm not gonna lie. James Maddison specifically, I got to give him credit. He's looked very good. I mean, he looked great for Leicester, but I mean, he just got to be in the right system, and I think he found his
player of the
groove.
month.
I mean,
right there. Sorry, go on.
I mean, yeah, I mean, James Ward-Prowse also looks great in the right system as well, but James Madison does look better. I feel like James Madison does have a bit more quality over James Ward-Prowse in that sense. So I'll give him the August Player of the Month. Sure, why not? But yeah, that's I'm gonna say West Ham because I'm biased, but I think Tottenham deserves an honorable mention just for that one player. But honestly, he's made them so much better.
Mickey too. Mickey's been a really good signing.
Very good. I mean, when you replace Eric Dyer, you're gonna always look good. But yeah, he's been very good. All right, I got a shout. Okay, and I think you guys are gonna agree with me on this one. Yeah. AFC Bournemouth have had a
his
top
FM team.
window. Let me just roll it back. Let me just roll it back real quick. Okay, we got Tyler Adams. All right, top midfielder, solid, 27 million. This guy was signed previously, so I don't think it counts. But Hamid Traore from Sassuolo, very good player. Alex Scott, top young English midfielder.
My king.
Milos Kerkez, a very young 19-year-old left back from AZ Alkmaar in the Netherlands. Roman Favre, who's a young French midfielder from Lyon, who's also very good for 15 million. By the way, these are good deals. These aren't expensive deals. These are top quality deals. Justin Kluivert, still young, still has potential. Signed from Roma for about 10 million. Max Aarons, 8 million from Norwich.
Signing.
Solid.
Loan Luis Sinisterra from Leeds, who I think still has some potential in there. He was signed from Leeds actually only last season.
He was solid.
We even got Inter Milan's backup goalkeeper Radu signed for Bournemouth. Like these are good players, all under 25 million about or less, and they got like 6 or 7. This is a very, very good window. They've had a tough start to the season. You look at them, you only have 2 points in 4 games, but you look at the games. Drew 1-1 against a West Ham team who has been in great form. Lost 3-1 to an extremely good Liverpool team. Lost 2-0 to an also very good Tottenham team, and then drew 2-2 against a very respectable Brentford, who are no pushovers. And then they play Chelsea next, and
That's
Brighton and Arsenal. So they have a tough start to the season. But wait for them to get those easier fixtures. They're going to start racking up points. They have a good team here. They have a really good team. And I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. Just wait for Bournemouth to start rising. Wait for them to get past this tough start, and they're going to rise. And they have a good window. So I'm putting Bournemouth as my transfer window prem winners.
All right. Solid.
That's
that
fair.
was a shout,
like
actually. You know what, Diego? I gotta give Diego some
Bro,
credit.
what do I say? What do I say?
He did say just wait. But
wait,
I gotta admit, he does his best work when he does it right as he's asked, and then asks us two to go and then he does his work. So I gotta say respect.
Elijah does not approve, but it's okay. It's okay.
It was Today was dynamic. Good. No, today was great.
Today deserves a round of applause. Some other times are just kind of like
really good today.
Yeah. Some other days just kind of like he just said that, and then you kind of just move on from it and not acknowledge it. But yeah, good job.
This one was good. This one was good.
So that wraps up our prem. But if we had to pick one club in the whole world who had the best transfer window this summer, who is it?
Okay,
let's start with.
I want to go first in this one. I'm not. Okay, I could go. There's 2 obvious options here, and I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna mention them. I'm sorry if this was your guys' pick. Any Saudi club or Inter Miami. Okay, neither are my pick. So I'm gonna be a little bit out there.
Wow.
I'm gonna be a little bit out there. AC Milan.
Okay.
AC Milan, in my opinion, had a really good transfer window. I'll name who they brought in. Luka Jovic. Never really lived up to the promise that he once had, but very still good.
Solid.
Marco Pellegrino, Yunus Musa, fantastic. Samuel Chukwueze, fantastic. Noah Okafor, great. Tijani Reinders, great signing. Christian Pulisic has been lighting it up over there. Lico Romero, very good youth signing. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, we knew was class in the Premier League. It's just injuries. He's been very solid over there in the midfield. And Marcos Portiello, really good signings. So I'm going AC Milan.
Okay, I'm gonna just pick the obvious one, the one they said you weren't gonna pick. I'm gonna just go Inter Miami, purely because to annoy the Ronaldo fanboys in our comments section, just for that fact, but also to Just because you gotta admit, like, yeah, you brought in Busquets, Messi, and
Well,
Alba.
you
Those
brought
are the
Barcelona
three.
to the MLS.
You brought OG Prime Barcelona over to the MLS, but also you gotta just give them credit. I mean, they literally are about to turn their whole season around. Yes, it's still a long
Yeah.
shot, but a lot of results have to go their way. But they
I mean,
just look like a
they
completely
beat
different team.
LAFC.
Yeah,
LAFC
they
is why
beat
they've grown as
LAFC.
probably the top 3 team in the
Yeah,
MLS.
I mean they beat LAFC. We'll get back to that in a second.
Sorry.
But they just look so good even without Messi during when Messi's with the Argentinian team obviously at the moment. Well, he's probably coming back right now, but they had a game against I believe is FC Dallas, someone like that, and they beat them convincingly without their star man Messi. I mean, this team just looks like they're playing better because it's Messi. You know, you want to look good with Messi. You want
It's
to be
true.
good for Messi. So this team has just decided to turn up out of nowhere because it's not like it's a brand new team. Yes, there's 3 new players, obviously, but like, and plus, I think they have like 3 other players that are brought in. But like, this team still looks good. Like all of a sudden, Calendar? The goalkeeper's playing like amazing out of
Oh
nowhere.
yeah, kick calendar, yeah.
Yeah, like he's playing like world class at the moment, and it's like, what the hell's going on? Like he wasn't doing this beforehand, and so
It's
yeah,
true.
you got to give props. Like they brought in the players, yes, you could say, oh, it's all set up for Messi to make the historic comeback and yada yada yada, whatever. But honestly, they just look like a different team, and they're probably arguably the best team in the MLS at the moment. If especially specifically if you ask a certain player, but we'll get to that in a second. So Diego. Wait, did you talk yet? No.
No.
Diego's turn.
I'm gonna go
Gotta
a
do
slightly different
research.
route. I'm gonna go for the team that had lost a lot of top players and could have suffered because of it, but they have recovered and are starting the season off quite strongly. And that is my boys RB Leipzig.
Ooh.
They are in a tough Bundesliga. We were talking a strong Dortmund, a strong Bayern, a strong Leverkusen for that matter. Leverkusen are looking really, really good. And who honestly were another one of my choices, but I felt like their transfer window wasn't that exciting. It's just their players got better, and that their team just got better together. But besides the point, the Leipzig, they lost. Let me just name the 3 players that lost: Gvardiol, Szoboszlai, and then Kunku, all for 60, 70, and 90 million respectively. Those are some insane players that they got rid of. 3, in fact. If those 3 players are lost in any of the team, that team suffers immediately. Now, Leipzig go out and they buy Luis Openda from Lens, who was one of the top young French attackers last season in the Ligue 1. They got this guy named Castello Luqueba, which I'll be honest, I don't know much about, but I've heard promising things from him. He's only 20 years old, bought from Lyon. Christoph Baumgartner, I know he's a top German midfielder from Hoffenheim. Benjamin Šeško, come on, like I don't think
Oh,
we talk
dude,
about that guy.
yeah.
He's been looking like the next big thing.
Top 3 attacking prospect in the world, in my opinion.
In the world right now, yeah. And then another guy named Nicholas Seevold, who was bought for 20 million from Salzburg, another promising midfielder. And someone from PSG who was bought 15 million. I've never heard of him. But I'll be honest, I can guarantee you Leipzig are going to make a lot of these guys work, and they're going to recover from losing 3 amazing players. And I think that deserves a lot of commendability there, because that's never easy. And so I'm gonna go RB Leipzig.
I like that.
Yeah,
definitely out there. But Dick is firing today.
Bro, he's firing on all sides.
Bro, I'm cooking.
Internet,
I'm cooking.
But he's on
let me
point
cook
today.
Shit internet, wrong mic.
Hold on, let's push back recording so we can hit the gym, bro. He hit the gym in football knowledge, my guy. He put
football knowledge,
bro. This football knowledge. Football knowledge.
All right, we're moving on from the transfers here to our second edition of the Overreaction Corner. If you guys don't know, I guess I didn't watch last episode. That's our new segment created by Andres of just making a claim. There might be an overreaction, might not be. They tend to be, and we're just going to dispute that claim. And if you want to comment on that, feel free to. We want to know your opinions as well. Today's claim for this episode to start off season 2: England are going to win the Euros. So that's our claim. If you have your thoughts about that, feel free to comment now before you listen to it. That's the claim. I said in the group chat. Uh,
It's in the group chat.
yeah.
Did you?
On the spot.
Well then.
I sent it in the group chat.
Alright.
He asked for it, and I said, "Here you go. Here's our topic."
Diego was too busy lifting.
He was too busy lifting. Soccer knowledge lifting. He was getting them
Look at him.
gains.
Look at him. Didn't even have the muscle in the camera, but the fist was there.
Yeah.
He's ready to body those guys and pick up. He's
Where's
ready.
the
He's ready.
bathroom? Is it over there?
Damn.
Jeez. Sure
Damn.
covering it, but you can still see through it. That's crazy.
Anyway, I'll let Diego speak first
Okay.
because he's firing right now. Are England gonna win the 2024 Euros?
No, because of Gareth
No.
Southgate. Thank you.
Yeah.
My TED talk is over.
Yep.
My TED talk. I'm done.
Pretty much what I was gonna say too.
I feel like it's pretty simple.
Alright,
Gareth Southgate.
That's the
is
video,
guy.
guys. Thank you guys for watching. That's this segment. That's the end of this segment.
It was. Thank you for having me.
But
Okay.
It was great. No, Gareth Southgate's not the guy. He's not that guy. So yeah.
he doesn't
That's
say
actually,
John Cena.
that's actually all you're gonna say.
That's literally like what do you want me to say? Like
I'm-
we've seen him perform
No,
at
that's fair, it's fair,
the
it's fair.
biggest stages. He hasn't come through.
Or not perform.
Or not perform. He has some of the best players in the world. Harry Kane, who's a top 3 player in the world, in my opinion, or top 4. I don't know, maybe top 4, but top 5. And then
Okay.
you have
Keeps going
player,
down.
top player.
Keeps going down.
yeah, top 5 player in the world. And
top
then
20, top 30 now. Top 30.
Yeah. He's there.
you
He
got
plays.
Bukayo Saka, you got Phil Foden, you got Jude Bellingham, who's been a baller.
Oh,
You got John Stones, who had one of the best seasons of his career last season. Aaron Ramsdale, Kyle Walker. I mean, Reece James, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Like you got some of the best players in the world. Declan Rice. Sorry, I forgot about Declan Rice.
Okay. Hold on. Every week I just flip flops. Either he's the worst player in the world or he's the best player in the world.
When it comes for England,
he-
I don't mind Declan Rice. When it comes
Okay.
for
No,
if it comes
no,
for
no.
Arsenal, then it's a different story.
Declan Rice is one of the best shooters in the world for sure. And they have an incredibly good team, a top 3 team in the world and internationally. And the fact that they have not reached a final in any major competition yet is disappointing. I don't think they're going to reach it again this Euros. Obviously, I think if they could, it would be not great, but it's not high just because Gareth Southgate, he sticks to so many players that you're like, where's Tamori?
Jordan Henderson.
Why is he not in
Where's
the
Jordan
team?
Henderson?
Why is
Where's
Jordan
Jordan
Henderson still in the team? Why is Calvin Phillips still playing? He doesn't start. He hasn't played a minute. Like there's so many questions here. Pickford
James
should
Madden
Pickford be
plays
playing
the
over
wing.
Ramsdale? No, he shouldn't. James Madden should be playing in the center of midfield. We've been seeing how good he is
Okay,
for
hold
Tottenham.
on.
Why
To
is he
be
playing
fair
on the
to
wing?
Pickford, he is a different
back
level when it comes to England. To be fair to Pickford, he's
Okay,
on a
maybe
different level.
Pickford's not the worst. Pickford's not the worst violation there, but there's some bad ones.
But yeah, there's
And it's just so questionable. And you're like, this team could be so phenomenal, but if Southgate sticks to like habits, and it's just like, bruh, no, this isn't gonna fly. And I think
Yeah.
we're gonna see him falter again. 100%, we're gonna see him falter again. I stand by that.
Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson.
yes, Jordan Henderson. Yeah.
Jordan Henderson. When in doubt, Jordan
Please,
Henderson.
Stop
It's
playing
crazy that he hasn't learned anything from from the last year. I was bringing on Jordan Henderson for Declan Rice.
I mean, they're good. The fact that he's going to have a very similar starting lineup to the last Euros, which I get. I mean, they got to the final on home turf.
Dog,
and
it
you
doesn't
should have
make
won
sense.
it.
The players are better now.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like you have a better core. Everyone's saying this is England's golden generation in a long time, right? So why not use it? I don't understand. Jordan Henderson, you can still have on the bench if you want for
Captain.
for the coach / captain leadership, essentially. That's that's fine. But you're still playing Harry Maguire. I understand he's gotten a lot of slack, more than anyone should deserve, even Harry Maguire. I get that, but now Gareth is playing him as a statement now, and it's a terrible statement
I hate
because
it.
he scored an own goal 2 days ago, 20 minutes before he came on. Like, I get it. These players deserve chances. Harry's had his chance. He has proven time and time again he's not worth his price tag. He's not worth Gareth having after every game to say Harry's gotten too much abuse.
And-
he has, but like still like go ahead.
Ten Hag has already dropped Maguire. He's already gone.
Yeah.
You dropped him, got rid of his captaincy. Like if Ten Hag's already done that, bro. Like,
Well,
and yet
it's
he's still.
like Gareth doesn't watch the club form. like
Yeah.
Calvin
Dog,
Phillips
he
is
went
the
to
prime
James
example.
Ward-Prowse and he brought fucking Jordan Henderson instead. That's crazy.
Yeah, like James Ward-Prowse deserves to be there. He doesn't watch Saudi games.
Oh, and
Gareth
Jared
doesn't watch Saudi
Bowen.
games.
My guy saw Jared Bowen score that amazing goal against Brian. He said, "Nah, we're good. We're good." That doesn't make
Jared
sense.
Bowen, Jared Bowen, I get a little bit more just because English winger spot, English attacker is very complex and full spot. So I get that a little more. I still think Jared Bowen deserves a chance. I think Jared Bowen is just definitely towards like the lower end of the players that should be up there, in my opinion. James
Yeah.
Ward-Prowse though should be there, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Foden should be. He made comments about Phil Foden the other day, just saying that he can't play in a certain spot, so don't play him there. Why is my Siri turned on?
Siri wanted
on.
to butt in
What the hell?
just to let him know your statement.
Sorry.
You know,
My Siri turned on. It's just stupid. Like I said, he doesn't watch Saudi games. It's not like Jordan Henderson here is on club form. Like he's not. You're playing Mark. I forgot to say his name. Mark Gooey over Levi Colwill.
Yeah.
Levi Colwill deserves to be playing, if not starting for England, in my opinion. He's been pretty solid for Chelsea so far. He is the future of the English defense. It's annoying. Like I don't care if England don't win or not, but like plenty of people do. I think plenty of people think that they deserve to be winning something. And if Euro 2020 final is the highest you're going to get, then Gareth Southgate should go. I think you're bringing in Emma Hayes as manager after Gareth Southgate leaves. I think regardless of result, Gareth leaves after this Euros, regardless of how it turns out, and you bring in Emma Hayes. Sorry.
Fair.
All right, go on, Justin.
I was gonna play devil's advocate. I was gonna say they are gonna win the Euros.
Wow.
Despite Southgate, personally, I mean, look, Spain's in the gutter at the moment. Let's be real here. They're struggling. Italy is also struggling right now. They're in the gutter. Germany is a chaotic fucking mess at the moment.
They just sacked
Then those three powerhouses are a chaotic mess. Yeah, Portugal, who just beat Luxembourg 9-0 and they were tuning it like it's the greatest thing in the world, but it's fucking Luxembourg. And they're actually third in their group right now, which is crazy. But yeah, they're third in their group right now, and they have 12 points. Can you believe that shit? Luxembourg have 12 points right now from the teams they beat below them. But they got Portugal. I mean, they got to worry about Portugal, and then Poland just sacked their manager today.
Poland's a shit show. Poland's not doing anything.
Poland's a shit show anyway. So those guys are out of contention already for me personally. You got to worry about Belgium, but Belgium can be iffy sometimes if they decide to actually show up. So it's kind of a 50-50 kind of with England.
France.
You got France is the main powerhouse here. Let's be real. World Cup finals back to back. Winners in the first one, and then runners up in the second one. We all know how that one went. But yeah, you got to worry about France, Belgium, and maybe Portugal.
Yeah.
The maybes are Belgium and Portugal. Those are the maybes.
I worry about Belgium, bro. Belgium do jack shit every tournament.
All right,
it's true.
For the content, fuck Belgium. They're out of here. All right, we maybe Portugal.
Belgium
just because of Ronaldo. Just because of Ronaldo. That's why
Belgium
I say maybe
in this case
Portugal.
for me. Belgium, I think we can't count Belgium out because Belgium has this will be their first major tournament with the new manager without Roberto. And
True.
This will be Portugal's first with Roberto. So to me that almost tips the scales. I think Belgium could be good, but the only reason I think Belgium is going to be good is because new manager, and they've realized that this is their last chance. This is that generation's
with
last
their
chance.
golden generation.
This is Belgium's last chance to win anything for years to come. Like they have good players, Jeremy Doku, Openda. They have good players, but it's not going to be De Bruyne, Hazard heights for a while. For a long time, if ever, if I'm being honest. So I think they have that fire within them under a new manager, so they could do something. But I still can't see England getting the best or France.
All I'm saying is that it's a semifinals spot at least for England, because look, we narrowed it down to 4 teams already, right? That's fair. They're bound to beat all those teams, England, even on their shittiest day ever, because they still got a little bit farther than most thought in the World Cup. and so they can at least get out of the group stage, get out of the quarterfinals. Now it depends on what Southgate puts on, because he can either make the team or ruin the team. It's just fact. But like, and that's my dog right now. He agrees. He says
Honestly, he
Southgate,
is
he
spitting
gotta
over
go.
there, dude. He is spitting over there.
Southgate gotta go, bro. But yeah, I think the semifinals finish at least. But honestly, I'm gonna say for the culture, they'll win it. Just wait.
Sure.
Wait. Put money on it, people. My fellow bettors out there.
Okay.
Put money on England.
Okay, no, we're not supporting betting. We're not supporting betting.
No, we don't do that, guys.
No.
Gamble responsibly and don't do illegal gambling. All right,
Dude,
do
your
it in
dog is
states that
crying
allow
for you
it.
to not bet. Your dog is crying right now. Please
don't worry
He
about
needs food.
it. Don't worry about it.
Feed
That's
the
how
brother.
he just wants to go outside. That's all.
Okay, Diego's got to go in a little bit, so I'm just gonna end it off real quickly with a surprise little question for you guys. I remember last Euros, at the time, just at the time, guys, I thought Turkey was gonna go far. They didn't.
Sorry, what? What
Doesn't matter.
inspired
At the time,
this? Doesn't matter.
Turkey had a good young core, and they just a lot of people thought Turkey was gonna go far. This year, who was gonna be your
All
surprise? Yeah, one of the worst.
Wait,
One of the worst.
I don't
players I've
even
ever made in my life.
know. I'm gonna go Czech Republic.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with the Czech boys. They always do good. They're the underdogs.
that's fair. I mean, yeah,
Czech
they do
Republic.
decent. I'm gonna go Ireland, just for show. I think Evan Ferguson's gonna stake his claim a little bit.
Let's go.
On the international
Let's go.
stage.
I don't know if I'll just tap it.
Damn, bro, you caught me off guard here.
That was a good question, Elijah, bro. We're back in form, baby. We're back.
I'll ask again leading up to it because it'll be a big summer. But
Play the clip.
I don't remember all the
The
teams.
Hangover.
just think of the countries.
It's still
geography, my
decided.
friend.
Yeah, my guy. Who just your ball knowledge, bro. Your ball knowledge. You should know
Alright,
who's in at least the top 3. Better say Luxembourg, bro.
My favorite is always to go Switzerland because they always do something little special. Switzerland knocked out France in the last Euros. Like that was crazy.
It's true.
I remember
That's
that.
true.
I was
Ball
watching that with
knowledge.
you, Diego. I think.
Were we?
I think so.
Okay. Well, yeah, Switzerland. They barely lost to Spain on penalties. So like, yeah, Switzerland always do something. They're always the dark horses for me. So I'll go Switzerland.
All right.
There it is.
I don't mind that at all.
Diego's
I don't
on
know.
point today.
Yeah, no, on a whim.
Diego's on point, bro. We're back.
Oh, well.
We're
You
back.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're back. We're
All right.
freaking-
We'll cut it there. Diego's gonna go
All
in 5
right,
minutes. So
I do.
that was the end of episode 1 of season dose. Right now, if you're still watching, we have 399 subscribers. I'd be shocked if you're still watching and you aren't subscribed. But if you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing.
Grab a friend. Grab your mom. Grab your dad. Grab your grandpa. Grab your
Grandma.
grandma.
I already got their
anybody.
mom, but
Your school.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
You're at a school.
account.
Tell your
high
classmates to
school account.
subscribe.
Your
Exactly.
Just kidding.
If you're making a presentation, put our podcast at the end of it and say subscribe if you want extra credit. I guarantee you it will work. We have no say over
true.
that. I just want to say for legal standards. But it's true. You'll get extra credit in our books, all right? You'll be a great
Yeah.
fan. We'll
Yeah.
say that.
We'll shout you
say
out.
that.
We'll shout you.
We'll
You
shout
could
out.
be
Just put it
with
in
the
the
likes of
comments.
Aaron. You could be with the likes of Aaron if you're doing that.
That's right.
Exactly. Aaron,
That's
we
right.
thought honestly we were gonna have to call up Aaron because of how shit Diego's Wi-Fi was. But honestly, Diego pulled
Yeah.
off a masterclass today.
You know,
I'm not
the
even
more
gonna
we
lie.
say
The
it,
internet
the more we
showed
say
up.
it, the more we say it, the more we're gonna have to actually call Aaron in one day, which I don't mind. We're gonna have to do it one day because we say it every episode.
I'm keeping him out of
For
the
the
team though,
culture.
right now. I'm keeping him out of the team. I'm sorry.
Out of
Just the
1,000
form.
subs,
Right.
Aaron will have a guest appearance on this channel. Not gonna say for
Yeah.
what, but he'll have a guest appearance.
We're
I
not-
guarantee you
We're
that.
not
Aaron,
Gareth Southgate.
get us to
We're not Gareth
1,000
Southgate.
subs.
If you dip in form, you're out of the team.
Yeah,
We're not
simple
Gareth
as that.
Southgate.
It goes with
And-
any
and-
one of us. It's
and
not
we-
like we're
we have
bullying
somebody.
Diego here.
Yeah.
It's not like
somebody.
we're bullying Diego. It's any of us. But it just happens Diego's just the most like,
Yeah,
you know,
comment
it just
to-
lacks.
fuck
He
up.
lacks off. Slacks off the most.
Yeah.
It's
that's
that
gonna be it.
simple.
That's gonna be it for us. Episode 1. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. Make sure to comment on anything that we talked about in this video. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week or whenever we record. We don't know. It's very sporadic at this
Yeah.
point. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, day, night, morning, whatever.
Everything
I
in
will see you guys
between.
next time.
Peace.